In this video, I'll explain the real risk of doing business with foreign investors in Florida. And by the end of this video, you will learn the hidden financial traps that can cost you thousands, the legal requirements most people miss, and exactly how to protect yourself when taking foreign money. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author based right here in Miami, Florida. Look, I've seen brilliant business owners lose everything because they didn't understand these rules. Let me tell you about Maria. She owned a thriving restaurant in Coral Gables. A wealthy investor from Brazil wanted to give her $200,000 to expand. She said yes immediately. 6 months later, the IRS hit her with penalties she never saw coming. She almost lost her business. And this happens more than you think. Florida attracts foreign capital like nowhere else in America. We have no state income tax. We have incredible weather. We have direct flights to Latin America and Europe. And foreign investors just love Florida. But that creates risks you need to understand before you shake hands on any deal. Most attorneys won't tell you this straight up. They'll send you a 50-page contract and a huge bill. But me, I'm going to break down the real risks in plain English right now. The first risk is something called FIRPTA withholding. FIRPTA stands for Foreign Investment in Real Property Act. Here's what it means for you. When a foreign person invests in U.S. real estate or certain U.S. businesses, you just might become responsible for withholding their taxes. You heard that right. You withhold their taxes, not them, you. So if you sell a property to a foreign investor, or if a foreign investor sells their stake in your company, you may need to withhold 15% of the gross sale price and send it directly to the IRS. And if you don't, the IRS comes after you personally, not the foreign investor, you. I had a client who sold a commercial property to a Chinese buyer, and he pocketed the full purchase price. He didn't withhold anything. 2 years later, you guessed it, the IRS demanded $300,000 from him, not the investor. He had already spent the money. His entire life savings disappeared overnight. And the scary part is that the withholding requirement applies even if the foreign investor doesn't owe any actual tax. They can apply for a refund later, but you must withhold upfront or you're liable. Now, the second risks involve disclosure requirements. Florida has specific rules about foreign ownership of certain businesses and properties. Agriculture is a huge one. So if you're in farming or timberland, there are strict reporting requirements when foreign investors get involved. But here's what catches people off guard. The definition of foreign person is broader than you think. It's not just individuals from other countries. It includes foreign corporations, and it includes U.S. corporations where foreign investors own 50% or more. It even includes partnerships and trusts with foreign beneficiaries. I've seen deals fall apart because business owners didn't realize their investor qualified as foreign under these definitions. They structured everything wrong, they filed the wrong paperwork, and by the time they discovered the problem, they'd already violated multiple regulations. Now, if you're finding this valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. And subscribe to this channel where I break down complex business law into simple terms every single week. You'll avoid costly mistakes just by watching. Trust me, the subscribe button is right here. Click it now before you forget. Now, the third risk is enforcement. Let's say something goes wrong. Your foreign investor breaches the contract, they don't deliver the promised capital, and they interfere with your business operations. What do? Well, suing someone in another country is incredibly difficult and expensive. Foreign judgments often are not enforceable in U.S. courts without going through a whole separate legal process. And U.S. judgments, well, good luck collecting those in many foreign countries around the world. I represented a Florida developer who partnered with investors from the Middle East. The investor pulled out halfway through a major project. They violated the contract completely, but they had no assets in the U.S. Every penny was overseas. We won the lawsuit. The judgment, that was worthless. My client couldn't collect a dime. He declared bankruptcy 6 months later. And that's why you need specific contract provisions for foreign investors. You need personal guarantees. You need U.S.-based collateral. And you need arbitration clauses with a real bite to them. You need to think through enforcement before problems arise, not after. All right, so how do you protect yourself? Structure matters more than anything else. The right entity structure protects you from these risks. The wrong structure, well, they leave you exposed. For foreign investors, you typically want them investing through a U.S. entity, not directly as individuals. This simplifies tax withholding and it clarifies reporting requirements. It makes everything that much cleaner. You also want separate operating agreements that specifically address international issues. Standard templates don't cut it, guys. You need provisions about withholding obligations. You need provisions about who pays for international compliance. And you need provisions about dispute resolution that works across borders. And here's something nobody talks about. You need currency provisions. If your investor is paying in euros or pesos or wons, what's the exchange rate? Who bears the currency risk if exchange rates shift? I've seen partnerships implode over currency disputes that nobody thought to address up front. The bottom line is this: foreign investment can transform your business. It can provide capital you can't get anywhere else, but only if you structure it correctly from day one. Don't let excitement about foreign capital blind you to these risks. Get proper legal advice before you sign anything and understand your withholding obligations. Structure your entities correctly and plan for enforcement problems before they happen. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week breaking down Florida business law so you can avoid expensive mistakes. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Be sure to watch more of my videos right here.